Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co-host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? It's good to be back on the air tonight. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a few weeks. I got
Yep.
we got a lot of catching up to do. This one may be a little bit longer than normal, than usual. But before we get started with this episode, I'll let Cool Beans do a shout out to the listeners.
Yeah, we like to thank those that have come out here to watch the live. Thank you for giving us your attention. And those that have come back to watch the replay, thank you for giving attention. And this time we got to thank our Facebook audience. First time edition, we're going on Facebook. We finally got that 100. We got it 105 now. So we're able to broadcast on Facebook. As for our radio edition, which we haven't been on in a while, I'm sorry, but last I checked, our number one cities was San Jose, California, Los Angeles, California, Ashburn, Virginia, Washington, D.C., Grinzek-Weilen, Germany, Brussels, Belgium, and Boardman, Oregon. Thank y'all for listening.
Thank y'all for tuning in, and there's a lot to get going with. I'd say let me just my computer's slow loading up. I was just going to go through some baseball scores because we got the pennant coming up this month. And then I figured we get into women's basketball because they should be
Right.
rounding up their season. And then we just got so much to talk about football since it's been 2 weeks and everything since we've been on. And like right now, I'm having issues with my computer coming up. So
Well, then, since you bringing that up, I can go ahead and go over the WNBA scores.
yeah, you go ahead and do that because I'm having some issues here. This computer ain't been used in 2 weeks, so
Okay, no problem. Earlier in the WNBA, we had the Sparks defeating the Wings 91-77, and the Fever stomped the Mystics
they
94-65.
now
They clinched that playoff berth, so they in right now. They got them at the 7th seed.
gotcha.
So they're in the Sky is playing now versus the Aces, which I think that one's going to be a trouncing right there. The Aces, I think they'll just stomp them. The Sky, Angel Reese is not playing in the first half. She's been suspended for the first half. Did you hear all the guys? Oh wait, you was hunting, so you didn't hear all
Well,
the controversy.
well, I did have some satellite radio because I listened to some football while I was there,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't have no internet or nothing, no phone. Well, what phone I did have was one bar that I could text out. So, but I know she got in trouble and she got suspended.
Yeah, her
What
suspension was from she got the 8th technical foul. She slapped somebody during the game, got caught, and they got a technical, 8 technical, so you automatically was suspended a game. Then
gotcha.
from there, and then I thought it was there after that, she started talking trash about her teammates. But technically, she talked trash about her teammates a while back. It was an interview she did with a reporter. And the funny thing was, there was a Chicago, they said Chicago Sky staffer was there at the time of the interview. So they already knew about all the bad things that Angel Reese had said. They just kept a lid on it, didn't say anything, and waited until the article came out.
Wow.
And then from the article, then that's when they had to have their team meeting, and they confronted her Angel about what she said. I thought it was after she found out she got suspended that she started running her mouth. I was like, well, maybe she got the excuse that she can say I was drunk. I didn't say it. They asked me, they caught me on off guard. Nope. It was a scheduled interview.
All they, man.
Yep. And it was like, well, we wasn't on the air, so everybody already knows. But let's go ahead and just say it. Caitlin is gone for the year. which they already knew that. They just been taking, which I don't know if they could get in trouble for that or not. They just been saying, well, she's day to day and all this because of her injury, so they can sell tickets. And
I, I,
they've been pushing it so she'll be at the game on the sideline signing the autographs and everything. So like especially home games, you want something signed. Well, the best thing to do is get something that says that's fever related. Where you gonna go? Go to the store, go buy something, get her to come sign it. So they're technically using her as a marketing strategy, even though they know she's not going to play. That she's already was done for the year.
well, the thing is, that groin, like I said, that was going to be that when she went out with the groin injury.
Yeah,
That's probably one of the worst injuries that you could have. Uh, as far as something that you can't really play with, being a point guard.
yeah,
Um, so I think I mentioned that that was going to be an issue, something that it would linger all season.
you did
Um,
say that. Yep.
so maybe they just finally said, you know what, there ain't no way she's done. Or on the flip side of that, maybe they were trying to sell tickets. I don't know.
That's true. Maybe let's go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they did have some positive. They thought maybe she would make it, and it just
Well,
turned out that she couldn't go.
yeah. Did you say you the Spark score? I got stuff finally come up now.
Yeah, the Sparks was like 91 to 77.
97. Yeah. So, um, all right, it's going a little faster now. So the only seed left is, to like you said, Fever sew up that seventh seed. Um,
It would be right now the only one that's still left.
well, I ain't
Is
gonna say sewed up. How many games they got left?
Fever got one more game, which they're going to lose that one. That last game is going to be against the Minnesota Lynx. However, the Lynx is already in playoffs and got home court sold up. They might sit their starters. Who knows? Oh,
Yeah,
but this isn't football, so they'll still play their starters. The starters probably just won't play that fourth quarter
yeah.
because it's a game they don't really care about.
Oh man, let's see. I'm having all kinds of issues
Yeah, Google.
with the.
I'm on Google now, but earlier before I switched over, when I said I was going, let me go ahead and start with the WNBA. I was on Safari. That's the one Apple has, but I'm getting two different things from Safari because Google is saying the Storm is currently sitting at that eighth seed with a record of 22-21, and at ninth is the Sparks at 20-22,
Well, you only
which
got
that
two.
might be right
It is.
because
I had it up. I just left and went to the baseball. There's only two teams left. Um, you got them two teams fighting to get that eight
for the eighth
seed.
spot, the Storm and
Yeah.
the Sparks.
So I don't know if the Valkyrie and the Fever could flip flop. If, like, say, the Fever would win, the Valkyrie would lose, and they'd have a tie. I don't know if that would happen, if that would flip flop or
It wouldn't matter if Valkyrie swept the Fever. The three
so.
games they played, the Valkyrie beat up on the Fever, so they'll get it by tiebreaker. So, but
Um,
Safari for some reason had the Sparks already being at the eighth seed and the Storm trying to get in. It was like, and then I came to Google and I'm looking at, wait a minute, these numbers is different.
um, I got this working now, so what
Okay,
I got it up and put it that way.
all righty. So let's go over the standings. So far, the number one seed is, and it is by a long shot. Was no way anybody can catch the Minnesota
Against the
Lynx.
links, yeah.
Then, because I think the next one is the next one will be the Atlanta Dream, and they're 5 games down. You got the Dream at the second spot. The third spot is the Aces, which is right now they're only in the third spot because they got a game going on right now, which they'll beat the Sky. So technically, the Aces would be the rightful second seed. But as of now, it's the Dream second, Aces third, fourth is the Mercury, fifth is the Liberty, sixth is the Valkyrie, seventh is the Fever, which the Fever would benefit better. I would think the Fever would be better playing the Dream at that two slot than playing the Aces. However, the Fever has beat both of them before, so and without Caitlin. So the Fever's at seventh, and the eighth spot will be right now is the Storm, and the Sparks is sitting on the outside looking in. The Sparks did win their game today. The Sparks have two more games to play, and the Storm only have, I think, just one more. Yeah, the Storm only have one more.
Gotcha. I'm trying to do some stuff here. Just give me a second.
Cool beans. Like I said, I had to turn the volume down on the game. I got the game going. I guess
Well, I
I
got
miscalculated when I told. I said, "Yeah, when we go on about 9 Sunday, we'll be at about halftime." No, we actually started at the second quarter.
well, I'm trying. Well, I got the baseball up here. This other computer is going slow, so I'm trying to split our screen, and I
Uh-huh.
got the other screen up here. Oh, maybe I'll do this here. That's big, small. I'm trying to click and drag,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not working too well. So I did that once before, if you remember,
Right.
but for some reason I can't get this one to. Well, right now I got the baseball scores up. Maybe this thing will cooperate. It is very slow for some reason. Which I was going to bring. Did you finish going down through the standings there?
Yeah, we went. I left it off at the Sparks at 9 because
Yeah, we don't need
number
to. We don't.
10 through 13, there's no way in hell they're getting in anyway. So there's no need to talk about
I
them.
got the game on behind me, so I'm looking back, checking on the score,
I hear you because I'm doing the same thing. I turned my
and
sound down.
the Ravens keep. I don't know how they scored that last touchdown, but they're up 17-7 right now. Let me bring
Yep.
some. Here in baseball today, you had the Mariners beating the Braves 18-2. The Guardians over the Rays 2-1. L.A. Dodgers over the Orioles 5-2. Brewers over the Pirates 10-2. The Blue Jays get beat by the Yankees, and that's huge because there's a tight race there in the AL. We'll get over that in a minute. Yankees beat the Blue Jays 4-3. White Sox over the Tigers 6-4. The Mets get beat by the Reds 3-2. Phillies beat the Marlins. Phillies get beat by the Marlins 5-4. Twins beat the Royals 5-1. Cardinals over the Giants 4-3. Nationals beat the Cubs 6-3. Rangers over the Astros 4-2. Padres beat the Rockies 8-1. And then the Angels over the Athletics 4-3, and the Red Sox over the Diamondbacks 7-4. Here's a rundown of the standings of Major League Baseball as it's coming up in the American League in the East. Right now, you got the Blue Jays with just a 2-game lead on the Yankees. And then the Red Sox are 3.5 games out there in that American League East. In the Central, the Tigers has pretty much probably got that sewn up. I'd say they ain't got the asterisk beside them yet because there's 3 weeks left, but they got an 8.5 game lead on the Royals. I don't think the Royals will catch them. And this computer is going crazy. It done slid all the way down.
No problem. I'm looking at like I said, it's the first time we did on Facebook, and we have a viewer on Facebook, but I can't see who they are. It just says one watching from Facebook, and I can't find out who it is.
We've got also in the West, you got the Astros who are leading that division by 2.5 game on the Mariners, and then the Rangers are 4 games out. Um, I'm having all kinds of issues. And then over in the East, American League East, National League East, sorry, Phillies are 7 games up on the Mets. Um, the Mets and the Phillies are only 2 teams in contention in that division because you got the Marlins; they're 17 games out. In the Central, the Brewers are got a 7.5 game lead on the Chicago Cubs. Um, and then out west in the National League, you got the Dodgers with just a 1 game lead on the Padres, just a 1 game lead, and then you got the Giants sitting at 7 games out, and Arizona's 7.5 out. Now, running down the wild card picture, this is what we got.
Okay.
We got about 3 weeks left of baseball, I'd say. Um, come on now. It keeps, I don't know, this thing keeps popping up, wanting to, like it's having trouble. All right. In the American League, you got the Yankees right now because you got 3 spots for the wild card. The Yankees and the Red Sox, as of right now, have got a spot. The Mariners hold the 3rd spot. They hold a game and a half lead over the Rangers. So the next 3 teams I've mentioned, the Rangers, the Royals, and the Guardians, are all trying to fight for the last spot. Um, Yankees hold a 5 game lead for that spot, a 3.5 game lead for the Red Sox, and the Mariners are just that game and a half out. They're holding a game and a half lead over the Rangers. So you got the Rangers, the Royals, and the Guardians trying to fight for that last spot. Which the Rays, um, they're 4 games out. So let's see, the Rays, that's in the same division with the Yankees. Let's go to National League right here at the wild card. You got the Cubs. They got a 5 game lead. Padres got a 2 game lead, and the Mets hold that 3rd spot. And these next 4 teams are in contention: the Giants, the Reds, the Diamondbacks, and the Cardinals. 4 games out behind the Mets, which it could change because you got 3 weeks left, so you do have some games left.
Right. Yeah.
Um, Stat wise, Aaron Judd is still leading with the batting average at 321.
Okay.
Behind him is Jacob Wilson at 315. Home runs, you've got Riley for Seattle's got 53. Schwaber for Philly's got 49. Otoni's got 48. And Judd sits at 43. And this computer is very aggravating right now.
Yeah. I was wondering about that triple crown. Who was going to be flirting with it in baseball? I
Nobody.
found out in I found out today doing some research. They have a triple crown in football.
What would that be?
Uh, I was gonna wait till we get to football because I don't want to
Okay.
give up the surprise on who it is and which guy. I was like, what? This was news to me, and only the fifth player to do it in NFL history.
All right. Well, that's about everything on the rundown there with baseball, and um, you done hit the women's basketball. We might as well go ahead and jump into football because football is going to take us a good bit. I'm going to try to bring up the college stuff. One game I do want to mention that last weekend, not this weekend, but last weekend, you had the Ohio State, you had the Buckeyes and the Texans playing.
Yeah.
That was a slow scoring game, a defensive battle, 14-7. And let me tell you what, buddy. everybody that was calling in when I was listening over on the XM radio was carving up Arch Manning, carved the dude up.
Yep.
All right, and
I knew
I
he
just wonder.
threw a pick. I don't think there's only one pick he threw.
I just wonder if these people that's calling in. I was listening to these people, these fans and stuff. Do they even know anything about football? That's what I want to know. Do they even know anything? They played. Ohio State's got one of the best, probably the best defense in the country. Okay, you're starting out with a top notch. You had a top five matchup, and they carving this old boy up, throwing him out. Which I never did ever said he would win the Heisman. I think he's a better quarterback, better quarterback in the country.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he looked all right this weekend, but he played nobody team. But and then some said, well, if he was any good, they would have started him last year over Quinn Ewers, and I'm like, Quinn Ewers didn't impress me at all. Period. I think it was more they gave Quinn Ewers. Well, all right, he's been here. He's going to have the keys to the
Yeah,
to the car,
exactly.
kind of order there. And I'm going to say this right now: if Arch Manning would have played last year, even half of the season they put him in, and he'd have finished playing out, you had
Mm-hmm.
a total different outcome of that Ohio State game.
Oh, I
So
think so also.
because this was his first start, pretty well, he started some when Ewers was out, but if he had control of the team last year, and then coming into this game this year, it'd have been a total different outcome. So I mean, some of these fans, man, I tell you what, it's just, I just like, man, I mean, you got to look at they're looking at stats and everything, and look what he's done. But man, you got to look who you played. I
Right.
mean, you remember what was it? I don't know how many years ago it was. What you don't, I don't think you was watching college football, but it was about 8 or 10 years ago. Okay,
Yeah, I wasn't watching
this
college
was
football.
this was before they had the playoff system. All right, you had Alabama number one, LSU number two. They played each other the last game of the season. Actually, they played in I think it was the SEC championship. Okay, number one, number two in the country. That was a field goal ball. That was a field goal game. I think 9-6 was the final score. Nothing but field goals. It was a defensive battle.
Right.
Okay. Well, guess what? When after the rankings came out, guess who was still 1 and 2? Alabama 1, LSU 2.
LSU
You know,
too.
guess what? I was fine with that. Even though LSU lost, I was fine with that because the product that they put on the field. All right, you can't look at those quarterbacks on both sides and carve him up with they're sorry or whatever.
Right.
That was just a defensive battle game, okay? And you looked at that last weekend, Ohio State and Texas. That was a defensive battle game, 14-7. So, but I just wanted to mention that on over the weekend or last weekend where I was gone and wasn't here. But then you go to this weekend. We'll run down some scores. Um, this will have the top 25 up. But Ohio State played Grambling. They beat them 70-0. Penn State beat Florida International 34-0. But this game was only 14-0 at halftime. Penn State, number 2 Penn State, which I think is overrated again this year. But
Yeah. I was looking. I was like, I wasn't gonna mention it just yet.
get this, number 3 LSU. That's the team they're looking to run and make it to win the SEC. To me, it's barely beat Louisiana Tech 23-7. All right, you ready for this? Georgia, number 4 Georgia playing Austin Peay at Georgia, 28-6. Miami, they played Bethany U Cookman. They beat them 45-3. Oregon beat Oklahoma State 69-3. Texas beat San Jose State 38-7. Clemson beat Troy. Get this, Clemson's good, but Clemson got beat the weekend before by LSU. And you remember
Right.
Blocka said LSU would win that ball game.
Yeah, he did.
And actually, the thing was,
I think we was both going. That guy, I know I was.
Clemson led that game by 10 points, and then they ended up losing it. I think it was like They was up 10-0, and they ended up losing, I think, 17-10 or something like that. Then South Carolina beat South Carolina State 38-10. You had Illinois beating Duke 45-19. Mississippi State upset Arizona State. I love this. 24-20.
Them Utes, go Utes. Oh
No,
no, you said Arizona State.
Arizona, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then South Florida upset number 13 Florida 18-16. Florida State beat East Texas A&M 77-3. Oklahoma beat Michigan. Oklahoma was 18, Michigan was 15 in the country. Oklahoma beat them 24-13. Iowa State beat Iowa again. Last year, this was a field goal game. Iowa State beat Iowa 16-13 with a field goal. Baylor beat SMU 48-45. Texas A&M over Utah State 44-22. Ole Miss beat Kentucky 30-23. Alabama over UNLMRO 73-0. I guess Alabama was trying to redeem themselves for their loss from the week before that.
Right.
I think they got beat by Florida State. I think it's who beat them the weekend before. Tennessee beat East Tennessee State 72-17. Indiana over Kenshaw State 56-9. Texas Tech beat Kent State 62-14. And Utah, those Utes beat Cal Poly. They beat Cal Poly. They're number 25 in the country. They beat Cal Poly 63-9. Now, with that being said, our Mountaineers are looking pretty bad.
I was wondering what they done so far.
They ended up beating the weekend before last Robert Morrison 45-3, but that was like a 10-3 ball game at halftime, and they turned it around. Yesterday they played Ohio, the Bobcats. You remember he talking about that trap game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jaheim White went out hurt. He's probably going to be out, if not the whole season, 3/4 of the season. He got horse collar tackled, brought down by the horse collar, and you know what happens with the knee. They had to take him out on a stretcher, a cart. So he's probably done for the season, if not half to 3/4. They end up losing to Ohio 17-10.
Oh, it ain't bad though.
Well, it's not good when you're playing a team like Marshall.
Yeah,
But
and it's not good that you lose your starting running back either.
no, and then I didn't get to see him on the weekend before last because I was out west. Our defense, we got some small dudes. We are small. I mean, we're probably the same size as those guys from Ohio Bobcats. We're going to struggle. We're going to struggle in the Big 12. We're going to struggle stopping people. We're going to struggle bad. Now, since you're down Jaheim White, you don't have no backs. I mean, really. They had that one Fox guy they was running. He's pretty much a quarterback, receiver / whatever, running him.
Right.
My boy Nico, the one I like so much. I see why he hadn't been starting. He's playing, but they got him playing right now. But he don't do his reads. It's whoever he's throwing to, he's going that way or taking off. He's not going through his progressions. He's not going through his reads.
Right.
Or he's not open or here. Once if he's not open, boy, that's it. I mean, I'm like, man, and I like Nico. He's a good guy. But now you can see why. Remember, because even when we talked to we had Judo on here, he said that's the reason that he didn't start his freshman year, Nico, because he couldn't read defenses real good. So we're seeing that. I seen that when I watched Ohio. To me, it's not looking good. Not looking good. I know it was a trap game, but I mean, Ohio Bobcats has always got a pretty decent team. They about beat Rutgers the weekend before. They lost to Rutgers 34-31. Ohio Bobcats did. So I'll be in Morgantown this weekend, this Saturday, which is probably going to be not a good outcome.
That's not Pitt, is it?
Yeah.
That's a Pitt game?
Yeah, that's the Pitt game. So That's not looking good there. And then Marshall got beat by Mississippi. Hold up. I'll bring it up real fast. I don't want to tell you wrong. They lost 20-21 this past weekend. The weekend before that, they played Georgia. That didn't fare too well.
Yeah.
40 some of 7, I think. Um, let's see here. All right. Missouri State's who they played. Marshall did. And Missouri State beat Marshall 21-20 is what was the score with that. So that was the rundown with that. And we'll do this before we get into NFL if you want. We'll go ahead and do our
College games.
yeah, we'll go ahead and do our college picks.
Alrighty.
And before we move into the NFL, and then we'll do our picks there. I got my pad here, so right now this is the top 25. The schedule I got here coming up. You've got here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this thing right. Oh, come on now. You got to be kidding me.
Oh, the pin don't want to work.
That's about my luck, too. I tell you. I'm going to have to disappear for just a second and get a pen because I don't have nothing else here.
That's cool, Beans.
I'll be right back.
No problem. Let's see what we can talk out and see what I can find real quick to get our.
Here we go. All right, I'm back.
Okay.
All right. Here's Beans. This will be week 3, really.
Yeah, as far as college goes, it's week 3.
Week 3.
Week 2 for the NFL coming up.
All right. Indiana State is playing number 22 Indiana. I'm going Indiana on this.
I think I will too.
And then, yeah, those are listening out. If you want to do your own, and then shoot us a message or whatever after next week. Tell us how you done. You can do the same. Ohio State's playing Ohio. The Bobcats that we just lost to. I'm going Ohio State. I'm going Ohio State. Could you imagine if they would beat the Bobcats would beat the Buckeyes?
Oh, that definitely dropped them out of number 1.
Let's see. Number 4, Oregon's playing Northwestern. I'm going Oregon.
Oregon, Northwestern. Yeah, I think I'll go Oregon. Golden Ducks.
You got number 12, Clemson and Georgia Tech.
Clemson.
This Georgia, is an ACC battle.
Georgia Tech.
You're going Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I'm going Georgia Tech.
Man, I want to go Georgia Tech just for the upset. I think I'm going to go Clemson.
Okay.
Man, I think Georgia Tech can upset them. They may do a pull upset. Oklahoma and Temple. Oklahoma for thee.
Oklahoma Temple. As much as I would like to go Temple, I don't think they can pull it. Oklahoma.
All right, we got Wisconsin and Alabama. Alabama's number 19. Wisconsin ain't ranked. Wisconsin's 2-0. You're going Bama. I'm going Wisconsin. All right. And then we got Central Michigan and Michigan. I'm going to go Michigan.
Central Michigan and Michigan?
Yeah.
Michigan just lost, right? They just lost their
Oklahoma. They lost to Oklahoma.
I think Michigan will want some payback. They'll take it out on them.
And then you've got South Alabama and Auburn. I'm going Auburn.
Auburn, yeah.
Villanova and Penn State. I'm going Penn State on this, but We'll
I
see how
can't
they.
trust Villanova to get it. As much as I want Penn State to drop it, but I think Penn State will take this one.
Okay, here we go. Georgia and Tennessee. Georgia's number 6 in the country. Tennessee is 15 in the country. I'm
Volunteer.
pick. I'm going Tennessee with this. You are too.
I
Georgia struggled with Austin P. Man, Austin P. I mean, all right. And then you got Oregon State and Texas Tech. Texas Tech. I'm going with them.
Oregon State. Yeah, Texas Tech. I think will take it.
Of course, you're going to take them Texas. You ain't going against Texas.
I know. I usually go for them Texas teams. I always do.
Yeah, you do. You do. And we got number 14, Iowa State. They are playing Arkansas State. I'm going Iowa State
Oh, I think Arkansas. Wait. Where are they playing?
at Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm going Arkansas.
Arkansas State. All right. Then Louisiana is playing Missouri. I'm going Mizzou on this.
It's,
Louisiana is like 1-1.
oh,
The
okay.
Cajuns. It's the
Yeah,
Cajuns.
I just want to make. Yeah, Mizzou is going to take it.
And you got UTEP and Texas. Of course, Texas.
UTEP. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Texas.
And then here, right here, all right. This is going to be a good. This is going to be a tricky game here. All right, number. Now they wasn't ranked last week. South Florida wasn't ranked. They
Okay.
beat number 13 Florida. So you got number 18 South Florida is playing number 5 Miami. I'm going upset. South Florida beats Miami.
I'm going South Florida. You know why? Because I've always hated Miami, and they did what they. I don't like Florida schools, period. But it's two Florida schools going against each other, and they've already beat one of the Florida schools that I don't like. So yeah, we're
All
going with
right.
them.
You got Illinois and Western Michigan. I'm going with Illinois.
Illinois, Western Michigan. I'm going Western Michigan.
Then you've got Arkansas and Ole Miss. I'm going to go Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss take that.
And then Florida and LSU. This is a
Well,
tough
I
game.
just it's no tough for me. Remember, I said I don't like what state, so I'm going with LSU.
I've got LSU, Texas A&M, and Notre Dame. I'm going with Texas A. Texas
A&M,
A&M is 16 in the country. Dame is 8. I'm going Texas A&M on that.
A&M is going to put the Hunchback to rest.
And that would give Notre Dame. See, they already got one loss, so that'll give them 2. That would knock them out. I would think out of the top
Out of the
25.
top 10, yeah.
You got Vanderbilt and then number 11 South Carolina. I'm going South Carolina.
Vanderbilt and South Carolina. Vanderbilt used to be good in the day, but yeah, South Carolina.
All right, the last top 25 team to pick. Number 20 Utah and Wyoming. I'm going with Wyoming with the upset.
Yeah, I'll go with Wyoming.
I can't pull for them Utes.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do 2 side ones. Actually, we may do 3 if I can get up here. One is West Virginia's playing Pitt this weekend.
Okay. Yeah, and that's going to be a tough one. I'm going for WVU, but it's going to be a tough one. But they are playing in Morgantown.
They're playing in Morgantown. I'm going to go WVU. I don't think they will.
Yeah, not with Jaheim White down. He's not going. He's gone.
What I've seen when I watched that game yesterday, here's the thing I'm gonna mention. WVU with the nil money going on now, they cannot compete with the big dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to the money, they can't. So it's going to be hard for them to get the players now that they even I think even the caliber players that they used to get. Like I said, our defensive small. That's going to be a problem stopping the run. But I'm gonna pull for WU, but I'd say they may end up losing this weekend. And tell you the truth, I don't see them winning a game in the Big 12.
Wow.
And all right, and I had them at least winning 8 games this year before season started. And then
Yeah,
the
I remember we talked about it.
from the play that I saw, and I'm just straight up front. I'm up front. I ain't going to blow smoke. I ain't going to over exaggerate it. But I mean, they got to get some players in. I mean, there's no size up front on the defense, and I don't know how they're going to produce any points. So it's not looking good for them. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and pull up Marshall.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what Marshall's doing. Did Judah get in either one of those games?
I don't think so. I don't see his name on when I went to the box scores at all. Um, let's see here. I'm trying to find Virginia Tech. All right, Virginia Tech is playing Old Dominion. I'm gonna go VT on it.
I'm gonna go Old Dominion. Old Dominion used to be bad during the day back in the '80s. Old Dominion used to kill. I'm going Old Dominion.
Oh, right now let's go to. I think they were in the Sun Belt, if I'm not mistaken. They are. And Marshall's playing Eastern Michigan. I'm gonna pull for Marshall.
Yeah, I'll take Marshall over Eastern Michigan.
So Virginia Tech. All right, that's all the picks for the college. Week 3. That's all we're going to mention as of right now. Maybe next week I can elaborate a little more on the games if I get to watch them.
Right.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I just got to see highlights. And we'll move on to me. I was excited. Football's back and everything else. I was all excited.
I was excited
And
and
then 2 games into the NFL season, it's just like it's all deflated. 3 plays into the game Friday night, the injury bug hit the Chiefs again. 3 games into the, and I didn't get to see the highlights. Okay, I'm just going by what I've read because I was listening to it on the way home back from out Colorado. I was listening to it. And after the 3rd play of the game, they said Xavier Worthy goes out hurt. You know how he
yeah,
got hurt? You know how he got
him
hurt?
and
Kelsey collided.
Kelsey, yeah, they was crossing United cross field and they hit and he hit Kelsey hit him in the shoulder and he flipped when he fell. He landed on that shoulder.
I'm like, dude. I said, I mean, now you don't have Rice, you don't have Xavier Worthy, and they killed themselves with penalties. Let me tell you
Yeah,
this. Let me tell you this. Chargers got the win, but the Chargers did not beat them. The Chiefs beat
beat
themselves.
themselves. Yeah, and you know what? My you got on the line. They got him. Did they get him last year or a year before that? I always hated that dude, Taylor, whatever his first name is. Because Taylor was the one you could tell if it's going to be a run play because he'd be actually on the line. If it'd be a pass play, he'd be lined up in the backfield. He still does that, and he leaves early. He got caught a couple of times for a false start, but he's always leaving early.
Oh, you talking about the lineman?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
cannot stand him.
He had 3. He had 2 in a row, 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, they're killing themselves. They actually did not beat them. I mean, they won the game. On a standpoint, the thing was penalties. Here's
Yeah.
the thing: turnovers kill you, and penalties kill you.
Uh-huh.
And the Chiefs had too many penalties. And I'm going to say this, okay? And people may disagree, but that's all right. You're allowed to disagree. But I'm just stating facts. Ever since Kelsey started dating Taylor Swift, his his production has went out. It has fell off the earth. And let me tell you, he dropped the wide open touchdown towards the end of the game. The slant across the middle. They said if he'd caught it, it'd been a touchdown. I'm just going by what the announcer said. These are stuff that he never drops. The last starting this season out, the last 2 seasons, you could tell his head wasn't in the game. Hadn't been, and it still ain't starting the season off. He said he's still playing because he's still having fun. Now you're focusing on football, and it's showing on the field. So to me, as a Chiefs fan, I hope he just goes ahead and retire after this year. I mean, we've already got Jerry. Now here's the thing too. I don't know if people realize that rookie rookie receiver that we got. He didn't play that game. He was out hurt. Okay. Jared Wiley, the tight end they got last year in the draft, he was out hurt. I mean, he didn't play. So there was like 8 people who didn't play. So I mean, you still, even with Xavier Worthy, I ain't seen a report on him yet. I've been trying to find out. I ain't heard.
Right now, they have him down as questionable.
So
I'm going to bench him on my Final Fantasy. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying Final Fantasy, but my fantasy football, I'm going to bench him.
He killed me. Almost all my leagues, I had Xavier Worthy in the lineup.
I did too.
And it cost me in almost all my leagues. Every league I had him in, I lost. It cost me because of that. 0 points.
I had what's his name in there too? Pacheco. He didn't do nothing.
My gosh, those stupid Browns players. I got 3 Browns players in lineups, and they didn't do a thing. Njoku didn't do nothing. Ford didn't do nothing.
Judy.
And then who else was it? Oh, Judy didn't do nothing. I was like, what's going on here?
But since we're talking about Browns, okay, there's 2 things I wanted to make sure I get out before I forget them. But first, we'll go start with that Triple Crown. The Triple Crown in the NFL is catches, touchdowns, and receiving yards. You win all 3 of those. Jamar Chase did that last year. He had most receptions, most yards,
That's right,
most touchdowns. He's only the 5th player to do it.
Let me guess. Oh, what's his name from the Vikings done it?
Oh, I didn't look up who was the other ones. When I found out, I was like,
what's his name? What was his name? That good receiver before, not
Chris
Randy
Carter.
Moss. Chris Carter. I bet. Let's see what it says here.
When I found out, I was like, I never knew that they had what they call the Triple Crown. It was a receiver award, and it's receptions, touchdowns, and yards.
I bet Jerry Rice is on that.
I would think Jerry Rice is one of the 5. Maybe Art Monk is one of the 5. But here's the thing. Speaking of fantasy football, who would have thought? Who started Aaron Rodgers? Did anybody think Aaron Rodgers would get 4 touchdowns? Who started Daniel Jones? 3 touchdowns, almost 300 yards. Who started Justin Fields? 3 touchdowns. Even though Justin Fields, they lost, but he still got 3 touchdowns. He rushed for 2, and he threw for 1. Who would have thought them quarterbacks would have done that?
All right, Jamar Chase last year came the 5th player to do it since the 1970 AFL-NFL merger to achieve this feat, joining, are you ready? Jerry Rice of 1990.
Okay.
Sterling Sharp, 1992.
I forgot about Sterling Sharp.
All right, and this one here is going to get you. Steve Smith Sr. of 2005. Carolina Panther.
Yeah.
And then Cooper Kupp of 21.
Wow, I didn't know Cooper Kupp. That's the one shock right there. I didn't know about
So, all of those is pretty much. You only had 2 in the 90s, and then the other 3 is in the 2000s. But you got to look at this too. It's a different game back then than it is now.
Yeah, because remember back in the early 80s and everything was
all
based
about
off the
run. Just like the NBA changed. It's all about the 3-3-3.
Yep.
I'm running down some scores today from the NFL. Um, I stunk it up in fantasy. I stunk it up on my DK lineups. I just stunk it up altogether. It was a horrible day.
Ooh, that's why I'm glad we didn't do picks.
Good Lord. All right, the Bengals beat the Browns. The Browns
Barely.
blew it. The Bengals beat them 17-16. But now, here's the thing. I've heard him. I was talking about this. It was on Mad Dog on XM radio. And he was mentioning this. The Browns has been the Bengals' kryptonite. Joe Burrow, I think this is only the second or third time Joe Burrow's only beat the Browns.
Mm.
The Browns has been his kryptonite. But they're starting 1-0. The Raiders beat the Patriots 20-13.
That was a shock. I don't went the other way.
Well, I got picks in. I don't know how. I don't know how I went on that. I probably went Patriots because they're playing at home. But
Yep, that's where I was going.
I wanted to go Raiders because I mean Geno Smith. They got all kinds of weapons, and guess what? Myers, I had on the bench in all my leagues.
How do you do?
He had 17 fantasy points. But then you got the Titans and the Broncos. The Broncos beat the Titans 20-12. 49ers beat the Seahawks 17-13. Right now, at halftime, the Ravens are up 20-13 on the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
The Buccaneers beat the Falcons. I got to see the end of that game, 23-20. Colts all over the Dolphins, 33-8.
Yeah, who knew on that?
Yeah. Well, they were saying Daniel Jones, because you remember Daniel Jones, he played for the Giants. They didn't have no offensive line.
Right.
And evidently that's still showing. We'll get that score here in a minute. The Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. The Steelers and the Jets. I figured this would have been a low scoring game than what this was.
I thought it was going to be low scoring too.
And then when I turned it on and the Jets was up 9 points, I'm like, what? But the final score of that is 34-32. Roswell kicked the game winning field goal. Commanders beat the Giants 21-6. And can you believe a lot of them people were, I was listening to that XM radio and stuff, they were picking the Giants to beat the Commanders.
I don't know why. I really don't know why.
Because the Giants defense, and they's all
Because they had Abdul Carter, and then he got Dexter Lawrence. So you got them two. You figure that the defense is beefed up, but their problem has always been the same problem. Offensively, they can't do nothing.
They got a washed up quarterback in Russell Wilson, who doesn't have an offensive line.
Yep.
I mean that's what it is. The Jaguars beat the Panthers 26-10. And here's my shocker. I missed this pick. The Packers beat the Lions 27-13.
I missed that one too. I thought the Packers was going to lose that one.
And then here's the thing. I don't know if anybody realizes it. Some may not. Now, the Lions lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them took on head coaching jobs.
Yeah, because the defensive coordinator is the Jets head coach now, Aaron Glenn.
So that's even though you still got the same playmakers, that's a big change.
Yep.
So I don't know how long it's gonna take them to get into things, the Lions, but I think they should rebound, hopefully, because they don't want this to be an onslaught for about 4 weeks, getting used to if he's changed the system and everything else.
Right.
And then you had the Rams beating the Texans 14-9. I missed that.
That was surprising right there. That the Texans. It's not the fact that the Texans lost. The Texans didn't even get in the end zone. They didn't even have a touchdown. I would have thought. I mean, like Stroud is just showing that. He had that sophomore slump. He gonna have a slump this year too.
And then your Cowboys lost Thursday night.
Yes, but I'm proud of my Cowboys.
24-20. Hey, let me tell you this. I was too, because you know why? I predicted
wasn't a blowout like I thought.
I predicted them to lose by 3 touchdowns. I picked three touchdowns. I said Eagles will beat them by 3 touchdowns. And And then two, which they was talking about on Mad Dog Radio, that how the Eagles last every year last they take a slow start. Last year they started out 2-2 and then ran the rest of the season only losing one game.
Right. But here's the
Um,
thing. This is what got me about that game. And this is where Jerry messes up. That defense is suspect. It's been suspect. Now, you really can't throw on the Dallas Cowboys on the outside. And they did show that, and did post that on our Facebook, that the receivers only had 24 yards and 0 touchdowns because they got 2 shutdown corners. But Dallas has never been, you can go back in the last 15 years, they have been soft against the run. They do not do good against screens. They do not do good against tight ends. And it's still like that.
um, and I think what hurt your Cowboys was that weather delay. I think that hurt your team, which I didn't get to. I didn't listen to the second half
Uh-huh.
as I went to bed because I was out there. I was listening to it in the truck. So man, I got to get up early if I was going to the woods hunting. So I went to bed. But I think that hurt the Cowboys. When I went to bed, it was 21-20.
Yeah.
Final score ended up being 24-20.
Yep.
So here's my thing. Eagles go to the Arrowhead next week. So I'll get to that
I think
on Monday.
Mahomes are gonna get some payback on that one. It's like
Well,
if they can shift, they got to do some stuff. Like I said, I don't like that guy on the line. They were killing themselves. It's just like that crossing route with when Worthy went out, it was just too tight. It was just like they were like pretty much straight on it, hitting each other, which they did hit each other. But
well, the thing is, the Eagles don't have a defense.
oh
You
yeah,
can
they
you
don't.
can throw. All right, look at this. I mean, you can throw on their defense, which they got rid of all their players. Remember, we
Yep.
mentioned that in the offseason. All right, the last time they made the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, after that, they got rid of their defensive players. They did it again. But the
Yeah,
previous
they
year
lost
after that,
9 defensive players. Not
so
all starters, but 9 defensive players.
I think three big starters they lost. I think
Yeah, Slay was.
a cornerback, a
Yep.
corner, a linebacker, and a defensive front. I think it was.
Yeah, because Brandon Graham, but he didn't lose him to he retired.
Okay.
Brandon Graham retired. Slay went signed with someone else, and I don't know who else the third big person would be.
So I'm going to say this: Xavier Worthy is going to be out. Don't have Rice and Xavier Worthy, but guess what? Now I don't know the status on that rookie Royals. I don't know how long if he'll be back. He's a speedster.
Yeah.
So, but that still leaves you with Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm missing
They
somebody.
got Thornton.
Thornton.
Skylar Moore, they traded during preseason. He didn't make it through preseason.
Um, then they got somebody else. But then you got your receivers. So, I mean your tight ends. So my
Mm-hmm.
thing on that Eagles defense, Mahomes is going to be able to pass on it. Well, heck, Dak Prescott threw for 188 yards.
Yeah, Dak. His only problem in CD was started dropping the balls. I mean, like got in that second half, CD couldn't catch nothing.
I'm talking about drop balls. Hollywood Brown dropped one. They said, well, if he'd have caught for the
Oh
Chiefs,
yeah,
it'd
he
have been a
did.
touchdown. It'd have been a touchdown. So there
He
was two
did.
drop passes that would have been touchdowns for the Chiefs, Kelsey and Hollywood Brown.
Yep, he did. I saw that one. He was wide. There was not anybody. It was like they totally forgot about it because Hollywood Brown is short anyway. They like totally forgot about it. He was like the nearest guy was about a good 10 feet away.
So so the Chargers beat the Chiefs 27-21, which I'm going to say the Chiefs gave them that game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this. Listen to that Mad Dog Radio and everybody. It's picked their different picks and everything. Who's going to win the division? Nobody has gave the Chiefs a chance to win the division this year. They said they're not going to win it. I can see that next year after, or whatever, next year.
Right.
But I mean, unless the injury bug starts to hit them again. But look what happened to them last year. They went 15-2, or it's really 15-1. They set their starters the last game.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost two of their receivers, Hollywood Brown, preseason. Lost Rasheed Rice.
Yep.
Okay. See, get this. I was thinking about this the other day. If they had already suspended him last year, he'd have never got hurt because he got hurt the first
True.
month.
True.
Um,
Yeah.
and also, while I'm on this, something that came to my mind, and then we'll get to our picks. We talked about I mentioned before with Andy Reid with his drafting and everything, how he drafts. He drafts players for his system, not the best player. It may not be the best player of the draft, but he drafts
But
for
that's
his
the best
system.
fit. He goes with the best
Have
fit.
you noticed? Have you noticed what do they draft for their defense almost every year? Defensive tackle. Defensive
Oh, okay.
tackle. They all right. Uh, something started clicking when I was out west. I had all kinds of time to think. Well, think about that. Okay, your secondary's weak,
Mm-hmm.
but you ain't going to run against you. Ain't and see, I almost didn't start Hampton in none of my fantasy lineups because they was running. He was playing against the Chiefs. He didn't get. He only got like 8 fantasy points.
Right.
You can't hardly run on that Chiefs defense. You can throw on them, but guess what? That means you score quick. Who gets the ball last? Patrick Mahomes.
Uh-huh. And he would
So
drag it
no,
out.
so you see what Andy Reid's doing. That's all right. You're not going to run the clock out on us. I'm going to make you throw. You're going to score on us, but whoever's got the ball last is going to win. It's going to be us. I'm like, that dude's a genius. If you think about it, all right, we'll give up the passing yards and score, but you ain't going to run. You're going to have to pass. And then you're going to
Yep.
score, and then that's going to leave time with Mahomes to drive down the field and score and win. Which they about did if they would have if it wasn't for those penalties.
Yep. Penalties and them little bonehead plays is like I said. They just like they couldn't catch the ball and they was running to each other and it was like
Drop passes and penalties. All right, we'll go ahead. We'll get into
and damn, actually they the only ones that lost in the West now. Think about it. Because the Raiders won, Broncos won, and the what you call it, which I would say LA is the only competition they have in that division.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it was kind of tight, but it's like, but you got to look at Denver just barely beat Tennessee. And come on now, we thought Tennessee was going to be garbage.
How did Cam do?
I don't know how Cam Ward because I didn't look up but I know it was just 20-12, and I think it's just like Tennessee was kicking field goals.
Well, hold on, I'll tell you right quick. I'll go back this 1 week here. Right there it is. I wasn't big on that Cam Ward. I know everybody was,
I
but
wasn't either.
let's go box scores right here real
I
fast.
just hate that Sanders is third string,
I
which
know, man.
means we're not gonna see him at all.
I don't. I mean, he'll be asking for a trade. Okay, here we go. Cam Ward, 12 of 28, 112 yards.
Not good.
QB. Am I seeing this right? A QB rating. You ready for this?
34.
7.4.
Oh damn! I was giving at least 34.
Dang.
Wow.
Welcome to the NFL, kid. Wow.
But you know who I really want to see, but I hate that we have to wait till tomorrow. It's like why they put the Bears on Monday night. I was like, I really wanted to see how Caleb
All right.
Williams was gonna do.
All right. Who you got winning that game tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night I got Vikings winning it all the
Yeah,
way.
I do too. I do too. All right, we'll get here in week 2. We'll go ahead and do our picks for next week in the NFL. You got a Thursday night game. You got the Commanders and the Packers. They're
I got
playing.
Commanders on that.
They're playing in Lambeau. I'm going
Uh-huh.
Pack. You're going Commanders.
I'm going Commanders.
The thing is, Commanders. Yeah, Packers got a good defense.
Packers got a good defense, but Packers don't. I'm assuming that Michael Parsons really does have something wrong with his
Well, he
back.
played. He played.
He played, but he didn't start. He what you call it? He only played like 30 plays. He had 2 quarterback pressures. He did get a sack.
All right, here you go. Patriots and the Dolphins at Miami.
Patriots.
All right, I'm going Pats too.
I'm
49er.
surprised Ewers didn't get in the game. Didn't Miami draft Ewers?
I have no idea.
I think Ewers went to Miami and they was lost 33-8. So there was no need for Tua to be in that game.
49ers at the Saints.
Niners, as much as I hate Niners, but
You
Saints
love
is
the Niners. All right, you got the Browns and the Ravens playing. Ravens going to win that.
who you said Ravens and who?
And the Browns.
Oh, Ravens. Yeah.
Then you got the Broncos at the Colts. Ooh man, that's at Indy.
I've never been a fan of Daniel Jones, but
Colts.
after
I'm going
today's
Colts.
show, I was going Colts too. After today's showing, maybe I might have to reconsider.
All
Because
right.
Bo Nix had a tough time with Tennessee.
The Eagles and the Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs.
Chiefs.
They're playing the Arrowhead. The Eagles' defense secondary is pretty sorry, like the Chiefs. So this could be a high scoring affair. But I'm going Chiefs,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going Chiefs.
Yep. Oh, and we forgot the X factor. Jalen Carter might not be in that game. He
Nah,
might
he
get a
shouldn't.
suspension.
He should get suspended.
He might get suspended for spitting it on Dak
Yeah.
Prescott.
So that means there will be no pressure.
Yep.
And what about your boy Jamal Williams? What'd I say? Well, I
Oh,
said
yeah.
I
Yep.
said he was being overlooked. I said that was probably one of the most overlooked backs right now, and he had 2 scores in that game last Thursday. The Jaguars and the Bengals at Cincy. I'm going Bengals on this.
Bengals, yeah.
Um, then you got the Giants at the Cowboys.
Cowboys. Giants will start off 0-2. Yes. I was wanting my boys to get in and say, come on, let's go 1-1. And then you say, oh, you gave us the Giants. I said, okay, yep.
I got the Cowboys. The Bears and the Lions. The Bears and the Lions. I'm going Lions.
I think the Lions will bounce back.
The Rams and the Titans. I'm going Rams.
Rams.
The Bills and the Jets at New York.
Bills. I mean, the Jets have improved under Aaron Glenn. They are clicking better. They got a nice run game. That offense looks good. Even the defense looks good. But yeah,
Bills just scored. The
Why are
Seahawks
they going for 2?
to bring it within 6. I don't know.
This is stupid. Just kick that one and you're down just a touchdown.
Because if they bring it within 6,
Oh,
2
wait.
field
I
goals.
think that's why they're going for 2, because there was a penalty on the previous try. So then they get moved up. So it's like, oh, we up here, so might as well. No, you should still kick that field, the extra point.
All right. They got it, though. Seahawks and the Steelers.
Seahawks, Steelers, going Steelers.
Panthers and Cardinals. I'm going to go Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, got to go Cardinals. I don't trust the Panthers to do anything. They still look like the same old Panthers.
Falcons and the Vikings. And here's the thing: we haven't seen the Vikings yet.
We haven't, but I'm
and the
going
Falcons.
on them, the Vikes.
I'm gonna go Vikings, but the Falcons looked.
Penix did good.
He did. And then you got your Monday night game. You got 2 actually. The Buccaneers are playing the Texans. I'm going Bucks on that.
Buccaneers, Texans, yeah, go Bucks.
And then you got the Chargers and the Raiders. Woo, man, they starting out.
Chargers. I still, even though Raiders won today, even though Raiders got Geno Smith, same old Raiders.
I'm
I'm
going
just like,
Raiders. I'm going Raiders. You got Chargers. I'm going Raiders. Are playing in Las Vegas, so I'm going to Raiders.
wait a minute, they took off the points for the what you call it. It was a penalty on it, but I didn't see who it was. But they took off the 2 point conversion.
So they got to kick the point. I kicked the extra point in.
Yeah, it looks like when because they went to commercial now.
Well, there's our picks for next week. Man, we're a little over the hour like we always do.
Yeah, for
Well, not always
110.
do, but what we normally do. Um, oh,
I'm not.
oh
My bad. I'm not even paying attention. But
well,
there we go.
there's the quick number. If you're thinking about harming and hurting yourself, call 988. That's the Veterans Crisis Line, or it's 1-800-273-8255. Either one, get to the dial that. You can hit number one, and they'll get you into contact to the resources that you need. Always keep in contact with your battle buddies.
Yep.
Keep an eye on them. See if there's any change in behavior. Try to get the help you need, or go to your local VA medical center. Go to the ER, tell them you need some help, and they'll have somebody to get in contact with you to get you the resources you need.
Yep.
But don't forget, anything else, Beans?
That was it.
We're going to try to do an audio this week.
Yeah, let's do it like we did like on remember last time when you was out for maternity,
Yeah.
we just get on here like probably like Wednesday. Let's do it Thursday because you'll be off.
Yeah, we try Thursday. Wednesday morning, I got a procedure being done Wednesday morning, so should be able to try to do it maybe Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday, or we can try to do it Tuesday, however you want to do it.
All right. If you feel like you Tuesday is probably better. We'll shoot
Yeah,
for Tuesday. That way,
Tuesday
if
at
we have any
11.
problems, we can
Okay.
shift to Thursday.
All right. Sounds good.
All righty.
Well, y'all have a good night. Finish watching some football, and we'll see you on the audio.
All righty. Oh, dang. I'm about to screw up. Where's my. We've been off here so much, I can't find my. There we go.